$100 dinner in downtown Chicago when you're swiping right on Bumble and Hinge in Chicago this summer. I got to make money somehow.
There, the DN. So funny you follow me. Are you know, one of my clients is in Chicago. Yeah.
You're gonna come to the DNC.
Republican, are you okay? I mean, well, listen, you can take me wherever you want in your dreams, but in reality, not so much.
Raboinoi Shaloila.
You could have the hot dog business was the hot dog cheeseburger business not so lucrative these days in Chicago?
No, that was the name of a brand of a podcast that I have where I recorded thousands of Clown House conversations.
Yeah, seem more like a weenie to me anyway, so.
Listen, we're not going to work out. We have to agree to disagree, but we still have to be civil and have decorum. Raboinoi Shaloila.
Why don't you go ahead? I'm giving you decorum. Go ahead and record This Is Gold. Go ahead and get some good impressions on this podcast.
Great.
I'm helping you out right here.
I've been going for almost an hour and a half talking this morning, talking about geopolitical, issues. Yeah.
Words of substance. That's insane. I hope your followers don't decrease. I know they usually like the typical riff-raff trashy talk that you engage in. So.
Raboinoi Shaloila? Me engaging clown behavior? Raboinoi Shaloila? Me?
That's you.
Who, me? Worry?
That's you. Oh.
Raboinoi Shaloila.
Anyway, let's move on. The fact that you have zero respect for anyone's privacy, but you're not the only one. Anyway.
There we go. Raboinoi Shaloila.
Quiet down now.
Raboinoi Shaloila.
Hey, Roya.
Less Yoav, I thought you said you weren't going to invite nincompoops into your rooms.
I didn't invite anyone.
Has made his way into here.
Well, we accept all kinds, even the unacceptable.
Even the untouchables.
Listen, I am at the high end of the spectrum when it comes to nincompoops, Roya. So I may be a nincompoop, but I'm one of the best nincompoops on this app.
Yeah, you're definitely the right Miss Dingleberry I've seen these days. Anyway, let's move on. Boo Boo, so no black eyes, no black dick or white dick. Got it. Copy that.
Listen, one of the reasons why people, get angry with Boo Boo is because Boo Boo, in my opinion, like you have a lot of unresolved conflict, that you're discussing, which you haven't let go of yet. Oh, she let go of it.
She left.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jeff is here. I'm sorry. Oh, Jeff left too.
The number one who flew over the cuckoo's nest is psychoanalyzing someone else. This is the richest thing I've seen.
Raboinoi Shaloila. I can't have an opinion, Roya?
It's just so funny, Clubhouse really is the Twilight Zone.
Why are you recording us though?
Because I'm trying to make money with Google on a podcast.
No, he's full of shit. Bella, I don't know because it's what you jacks off his small little wiener to after.
Whoa. That's a reportable offense. You can't talk about my tiny wiener and me jerking it off, Roya.
Allegedly.
Okay, allegedly.
Now I can't. I said allegedly.
I feel like he's on the
good now. This is America, Dingleberry.
When you do too much cocaine, that's how you start to behave.
I don't know.
Really?
Too much cocaine before.
I mean, I've observed people. I've never done cocaine, but I've observed people that they just seek thrill and excitement, and with everything, with every conversation, with everything. I feel like that's what you're on.
No, I'm definitely not on cocaine, but I am smoking weed and drinking coffee.
Yeah, he celebrates 420 the day after. His mental agility is really at that level. Bella just pointed that out.
Bella, it's just a podcast. You can go on YouTube, you can find me, but you're not going to find me. Like I can't even get past, Fox News, but my company's called Jefferson Park News.
My company. Republican, listen to us. The fact that you don't ask for actual, you don't have a you want to make money off podcasts in which you don't even ask for the consent of the people you're recording is ludicrous.
Why? It's a groundbreaking podcast. It's fucking the best, funniest
Yeah, it's a
podcast in the
different-
world.
It's a different style of audio journalism. Is what you tell yourself. Is that what you say?
I am doing groundbreaking podcasting, and there's no
Right.
doubt.
Innovation.
I'm doing the definition of groundbreaking or law breaking or
Can
operating.
you find new words? It is law breaking for sure. Now, whether or not it's groundbreaking,
Why not? It's groundbreaking if it's law breaking. It's kind of true.
Those are two different things. Just because both words have breaking at the end, jaw breaking. Is it also jaw breaking?
You tell me. Are you gonna break your jaw?
I mean, again, just because both words end with the word breaking at the end doesn't mean that they have any correlation whatsoever.
Listen, all communication is hypnosis, Roy.
How about you go and stop saying my name, filth bag dingleberry. Dingleberry that fell on the ground on the back of 92 Ford Taurus, okay? And it's full of filth. All right, that's what you act like when you.
My first car was a Ford Taurus, and I won it at a golf outing in a tournament on a raffle ticket when I was 16.
No, you didn't. You won it at one of those places in which police put these, felon cars out for auctions. That's all you can afford. So that's probably what you.
You're actually very close to being accurate. My father was a cop, and this was a police car donated to the actual police department.
So that's what you have to do.
Listen, my dad was a Jewish cop. His boss was a Jewish cop. My dad still does Jewish police security. I mean,
Don't make this about anti-Semitism. Don't make this about anti-Semitism.
About anti-Semitism.
What is Jewish police security?
My father was a Jewish.
He worked at he ran the security of the Jewish Federation, and then he does contracting with the JUF for all the synagogues and stuff. That he does all the scheduling for all the police that do all the security at all the synagogues.
Great, and you're his son?
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh my god, I found your channel. You've got like 700
Bella sent
subscribers,
it to me.
2 views, and you've got so many. How many phones do you have all at the same time?
30 phones, maybe.
Oh my god, you're the guy that appears into everyone's chat with all your different usernames.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's his channel.
Bella, imagine having 30 phones just to be to vote your. I only have respect.
Listen, Roy, you're only gonna start laughing more and more.
Poop brain, stop talking. Anyway, I only have respect for trolls who do this for fun. But the fact that the man has invested 30 phones into this fucking tells me it has gone too far, right?
And we don't even have thousands of listeners here. Clubhouse is a dying app. You could have done that with Twitter.
The business model is just off, right, Bella? There's so many. If I were just to be a friend and look at this business proposal or this idea, there's so many glaring red flags.
Well, I'm not raising money, and Joe Rogan did podcasting for 5 years before he ever even made $1.
Wow. Next Joe Rogan here. Well, dream big, buddy.
Yeah, we all can't have, lavish inheritances and work in political advertising to fund our fun on Clownhouse. Some of us have to do real work here. Independent, entrepreneurial, heavy lifting work. We're trying to create something here, Roya.
Yeah. Swimming in intergenerational wealth. That's me for sure.
I thought every pretty Iranian girl's father was a millionaire doctor, brain surgeon. That's just what I thought Iranians did. All the smart ones who went west, they were all rich. But I guess you didn't get to Beverly Hills. I guess you had to stop off in some Midwest podunk cow turd state. It smells like turds where you live.
Right, sure does. Not all of us can live in the cool streets.
Ooh, I live in Chesterfield, the fancy area of St. Louis. Ooh.
Oh, I know how to Google and scare people by naming the municipality.
Scaring people. Listen, I was in St. Louis swiping right, and there's your pretty face. I mean, I'm just fucking around.
Yeah, I was in St. Louis. You're right. You're in St. Louis.
I was.
St. Louis. I've been to Bangladesh.
I've been to St. Louis twice for work, working on a project there.
Work? What work? Your podcast?
Basically.
Exactly, that's what I thought.
Basically. No, commercial real estate
Quiet
construction
down. Stop
project.
trying to have the last word.
Are you a typical white man Republican that doesn't work and
He's
just
a
sits
piece
his
of
up?
trash hillbilly.
You're projecting. If you call somebody on a social audio chit chat app trash hillbilly and you don't even know a person,
You're an elderly Indian street slum person who works and a lazy white man who sits on his ass. I swear.
some of us use our brains to do the work. Some of us don't need to sit in the streets and sell shoes that they bought on Alibaba.
All of this was with brain work. I thought all of this that you've been doing was devoid of brain work.
Really?
I mean, I can't wait to see, what it is with the brain working.
Ruboinoi Shaloilim, you're not paying attention, Roy. I put together incredible educational content for my customers and my subscribers.
Your 2 subscribers?
Boo Boo, tell that kid Ruboinoi Shaloilim.
Yoav, can you control your room or I'm leaving? I'm leaving. I'm bored.
Can I what?
Another satisfied customer. Yeah, you'd be better off saying Ruboinoi Shaloilim 1,000 times, Boo Boo, just FYI. Say it with me now. Ruboinoi Shaloilim.
I still feel angry at the UK.
You gotta let it go, love. Stop thinking and end your problems.
Listen to me, fam. Listen to me. Repeat after me. They get paid 50k just to sit on their ass all day. That's the song about London, bro. And GPs get paid £100,000 every year, and you can't even get an appointment. They literally get paid to do fuck all as well.
Ruboinoi Shaloilim. See, that's the thing is, your life as a child, nobody ever really says to you, hey, you're going to have to pick an identity, whether that's a doctor, a lawyer, or somebody like JB down there. Welcome, JB. Ruboinoi Shaloilim.
Is JB down there?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I promised that I would stop bullying you, Jay, so I'm going to stop.
Anyways, Boo Boo, the more you think, the more you speak, the further from the truth you are going to get. You have a lot of responsibilities, and you're going to have to stay very focused and work very hard. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
I get the feeling since October 7th, JB has been transforming into a Jew. I get the feeling that Jay is actually going to convert to Judaism because he's looking more and more like a Jew. Or he's always been looking like a Jew. I can't tell the difference.
Jay is choosing a path that doesn't involve criminality, and he's turning his life around. And I think that's very honourable if he does do that. I don't think it's the worst.
I think that's all in his past. This room has ended.
I'm almost done now, honest.
Donald, Ruboinoi Shaloilim.
It's just unidentified.
Kind of calls into question your laws of physics, though,
No,
don't
it's
it?
not even a little bit.
Damn, Garrett, are you a physician or a physicist?
I'm a physicist. You can't resist as I persist. What's good?
Ruboinoi Shaloilim. Donald, what are you doing this beautiful Sunday? Has anyone convinced you yet that God exists?
I remain unconvinced.
Well, good, because when everybody here is finished with their way to convince you, I'm going to convince you with the best system ever that God 100% exists.
Well, why would I go with anybody else? Let's go with you. That'd be amazing. Let's go with you.
Oh no, I'm a very humble convincer of the truth of God, but I'm going to let anybody else here. I didn't want to interrupt anybody, so go ahead. I'm going to wait a few minutes before I give you the absolute truth of my system to prove to you that God exists.
Okay, while we're waiting for Jefferson to go, I just wanted to bring attention that at the top of my room there's a link. And it is to help support an atheist who was apparently in an area where atheists can be killed. And he was outed as an atheist, so he had to flee the country under threat of death. He's made it to America, and he's trying to get this organization is getting a lawyer for him to try and make it so that he can stay here under some kind of refugee status. I don't know how that's going to work out, but they're working on it. But they need financial support. Now I can't help financially because I'm broke, but I can pin a link at the top where anybody in the room who is able and willing to financially.
Done, Donald. Count me in for $10.
Let me finish. Please click on the link above and donate for helping this guy to get away. Thank you very much.
I'm giving $10 right now for sure. Let me click and give that 10 right. 10, not 11, 10, not 9.
I have a question for Republican. So
Why should I help?
You don't have to.
So Republican, sorry. Fuck, I forgot.
Donald, can you remind me what the Atheist Alliance International is?
Oh yeah, the question I remember. So Republican, if you have 5 shit salesmen, why does it matter what they'll be?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
If you have 5 shit salesmen, why should it matter which one I'm going to go with?
I'm sorry, can anybody else help me clarify what he said? I can't understand the words that he used.
If you have 5 shit salesmen, why should it matter?
Again, can you might be. Do you have a what's called? Can you say it again for me?
Don, can you hear me correctly, Don?
I can't really understand what you're saying. Can anyone else understand what Necro is saying?
Don, can you hear me clearly, Don?
Hello?
Don, can you hear me clearly?
Okay, go ahead. Go again. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
So if you have 5 shit salesmen, why does it matter which one is going to be a better quality?
So the question is, if you have 5 shit salesmen, why does it matter which one's going to be of better quality?
Yes.
So let me say it again so I can really try to focus in on this. Because if you have 5 ship salesmen, or is it shit salesmen?
Shit salesmen.
Shit salesmen? If you have 5 shit salesmen, why does it even matter? That's the question? Hello?
Yes.
Oh my God, Daniel, who's that handsome guy? He has the I Ching book in his hand. He's wearing a black hat. What a handsome man. Who's that incredibly beautiful, strong-looking, handsome, dynamic-looking, suave, Batman-looking Bruce Wayne guy? God, he's handsome. And what a great book that is. I'm sorry, Necro. I don't really understand your question, so I'm just going to skip it. Donald, let me know when you're ready for me to convince you that God exists.
Yeah, so, the reason you don't want to answer the question, Republican, is because it really just is how we feel. It's just if your best argument doesn't get us anywhere, then there's no reason for us to go through many inferior arguments to know what is actually going to get us to God. If you, as the person who has the best argument, doesn't get us anywhere, right?
Again, Donald, when you're ready, since you're the Green Bean moderator, when you're ready, I'm going to 100% convince you that God absolutely exists, Donald.
Well, this should be interesting.
I mean,
And if you fail,
I will not fail. As I stated, if you don't know what 100% means, I mean 100%. I will 100% convince you that God absolutely and entirely exists. Donald, Mr. Green Bean moderator, let me know when you are ready for me to convince you of the existence of this absolute supreme power of God. God, let me know, Donald, when you're ready for me to go, and give me the mic, everybody.
Just a troll.
So, you have a way of proving God exists. Why did you always fail to do so? Why is there still a faith-based system in every religion of the world if you had a way of proving that God exists?
He's probably just going to redefine God to something that we already know.
Oh, no. I'm going to convince you that God is a hypnosis.
Whatever that's supposed to mean.
If you're not willing to let me speak,
Who's the person who they're hypnotizing?
I'm going to hypnotize you because all communication is hypnosis.
Is that what it takes?
It does. Okay, Donald, I'm going to make my demonstration. Everyone, please mute your mic and give me the grace of just 60 seconds of your time. And if you want me to continue, I will continue. But 60 seconds of your time, that's all I'm asking. Please be patient. Mic up and shut the fuck up. Okay, Donald, here we go.
60 seconds is going the Republican is now.
I want to ask a question.
All right, I'm going to go ahead, Donald. Without your moderation, I'm just going to have to talk over everyone, and I hope everyone can hear me, but I just need 60 seconds of your time. Here we go. I'm going to now prove to you the existence of God by hypnotizing you. There is nothing difficult about the great way but avoid choosing. Only when you neither love nor hate does it appear in all clarity. A hair's breadth of deviation from it, and a deep gulf is set between heaven and earth. If you want to get hold of what it looks like, do not be anti or pro anything. The conflict of longing and loathing, this is the disease of the mind. Not knowing the profound meaning of things, we disturb our original peace of mind to no purpose, perfect like great space. The way has nothing lacking, nothing in excess. Truly, because of our accepting and rejecting, we have not the suchness of things. Neither follow after nor dwell with the doctrine of the void. If the mind is at peace, these wrong views disappear of themselves. When activity is stopped and passivity obtains, this passivity again is a state of activity. Remaining in movement or quiescence, how shall we know the one? Not thoroughly understanding the unity of the way, both activity and quiescence are failures. If you get rid of phenomena, all things are lost. If you follow after the void, you turn your back on the selflessness of things. The more talking and thinking, the farther from the truth. Cutting off all speech, all thought, there is nowhere that you cannot go. Returning to the root, we get the essence. Following after appearances, we lose the spirit. If for only a moment we see within, we have surpassed the emptiness of things. Changes that go on in this emptiness all arise because of our ignorance. Do not seek for the truth. Religiously avoid following it. If there is the slightest trace of this and that, the mind is lost in a maze of complexity. Duality arises from unity, but do not be attached to this unity. When the mind is one and nothing happens, everything in the world is unblameable. If things are unblamed, they cease to exist. If nothing happens, there is no mind. When things cease to exist, the mind follows them. When the mind vanishes, things also follow it. Things are things because of the mind is the mind because of things. If you wish to know what these two are, they are originally one emptiness. In this void, both mind and things are one, all the myriad. Well, it looks like I proved it, and everyone here just doesn't have the patience or the grace to learn the truth of God. So I guess I can't convince you what you don't want to be convinced of. Thank you all very little for very little of your time. We'll call you, don't call us.
I let the room get out of control because this is where I want it. So now we're back. Now, is there anybody on stage? There's a whole lot of new people. Welcome. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it deeply. Everybody on stage, thank you. Everybody in the audience, thank you very much. I'm not going to say everybody. was hungry. But now it's
Donald, did you feel closer to God when you were disconnected from the internet in the cold weather, facing the elements?
I felt very connected to my blanket.
Amazing. Daniel, I absolutely love the new PTR, Daniel. Thank you very much. I love it.
Oh, don't you understand how that works?
You're a Republican, you honorably deserve to have the name Republican.
Oh, thank you very little.
I'm not sure if that's something that you view as positive.
Again, thank you very little. Let's focus on convincing Donald that God exists.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna read everybody new. Okay, so DC, welcome. Menke, welcome. Herbaceous Kingdom, welcome. Paul, welcome. Dr. Talkative, welcome. Caleb, welcome to the stage. Thank you for coming up. Daniel Nero, welcome. Thank you for coming by. Galaxy Bender, thank you for coming by. Welcome. Shanita, welcome. Jefferson, welcome. Republican, welcome. Hey Ram, I think I've already welcomed you, but welcome. And Nectar, who's been here for a while, thank you very much for being here. All of you are welcome, and please come on my show. I love everyone.
I feel so welcome. That was such a wonderful welcoming. Thank you, Donald.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic.
No, I'm being serious. Like, that was great. That was being a great host, Donald.
I appreciate it.
Well, I think Caleb, since he's an ordained rabbi, he might be able to convince you that God exists.
Jewish people will never be able to convince me of Yahweh.
Well, there you go. That makes it easier for me.
It's just that I cannot believe something that has especially Yahweh. Hang on, I'll be back in like 30 seconds.
Okay, great. Donald, can I have the mic again? I want to continue convincing everybody that God exists.
No, please don't give him the mic, Don. Please.
Here we go. Okay, this is the rest of the Xin Xin Ming, which is an ancient Chinese manuscript. It is dark, submerged, wrong. It is foolish to irritate your mind. Why shun this and be friends with that? If you wish to travel in the true vehicle, do not dislike the six dusts. Indeed, not hating the six dusts is identical with real enlightenment. The wise man does nothing. The fool shackles himself. The truth has no distinctions. These come from our foolish clinging to this and that, seeking the mind with the mind. Oh, hi, Donald. You're back. Okay, great.
Well, I would say, look, I don't think there are proofs for God. I don't think there are proofs for not God. So Donald, you gotta let a guy talk. You just invited me to speak.
But you misrepresented me. But go ahead.
I wasn't representing you. I'm responding to the title of the room. Convince me God exists. I don't believe there are.
Nothing about proofs. That's what I'm talking about. Is the proofs.
Well, I would say like this. This is a simplistic way to say it, but this would be the best I have. The only real reality is that everything is unified. Pretty much every tradition explains that God is fully unified. Therefore, God exists. That's the best I would have. Oh, well, do you disagree that the universe is one thing?
Yes.
You disagree?
Yes.
That do you think there's a noun called the universe?
Yes.
Is it a noun into itself? In other words, there are to be other universes, right?
There are other universes.
Okay, wonderful, right? Our universe works in a particular way, right? And it has no intention. It just works, right?
Well, no, I would never say that it just works. That doesn't make any sense. I understand how the universe works.
I'm not talking about your understanding. I'm saying The universe
No,
functions.
I understand because of physics. Because
Donald.
physics.
Donald,
well,
Donald,
well, you're,
Donald.
You're still misrepresenting.
I'm not speaking about your view.
Well, you keep addressing me. Okay, go ahead.
No, because you're hosting a room and you're asking me to speak, but I'm not addressing your particular view, your knowledge set.
Welcome
Nothing
to
about you. Okay. Not really interested in, right? So all I'm saying is that the universe works the way the universe works, and it seems.
I would never say that. Never ever say
You
that.
don't have to say that. I'm saying it, so let me speak.
Well, you are wrong.
Okay. I'm not going to speak to you.
Thank you. So is there
Yeah, you can't invite people to offer their opinion and then say that they're wrong. That's like a kind of bullying.
I don't care.
That's like a kind of,
I don't care about opinion.
but you asked, you said, Donald, you said that the question is not about truth. So I started to go on a
question. I never said.
Oh, you fucking
You are
moron.
misrepresenting me again.
I'm not trying to represent you,
You
Donald.
said you, Donald, did this thing
please.
about truth and.
You are so unhinged, my friend.
Dude, these are the words that you said, not me.
Caleb, don't you realize that these rooms should technically help Donald therapeutically? I mean, it's not just about convincing Donald that God exists. I think there has to be some type of healing work for this poor young man who is afflicted with these.
I agree, but I don't think Clubhouse is the proper therapeutic venue. Not for a guy that's got whatever Donald's got going on.
Okay, so when did you get your degree in psychology?
I have a fair amount of training.
When did
Not
you get your degree in psychology?
Army training, sir.
I don't have a degree in
So
psychology.
you're not.
But I have a fair amount.
Diagnose. You're not.
I didn't diagnose.
Hang on.
I didn't diagnose.
Hang on. Okay, so
Nobody diagnosed.
you're gonna get it because
I'm gonna get it?
Yes, you're gonna get it. So
While you
every
bleed
time-
your
every time-
trauma,
every
while you
time-
bleed your
every
trauma
time-
all
you're
over the
gonna
stage,
you're
I'm gonna get it.
You're gonna get it.
Oh.
Every time you don't stop talking when I'm trying to tell you something, you're gonna get it.
Ooh.
That's it. That's what you're gonna get. Every time you try to talk over me.
That was terrifying, Donald. Terrifying.
Well, I don't care.
Got me.
I don't care about your mental state.
You really got me. You really got me. So you're the most mature person on this app.
No, I'm trying to.
Oh, okay. So you're not really interested in conversation.
You cannot show a mind.
Good morning.
Also,
Free your mind, Donald.
Caleb, Caleb, I just want to say, have you never been in one of Donald's room before? You don't know that Donald's on the struggle?
Oh yeah. No, I know.
What does that mean?
I definitely know.
What does that mean?
Well, Donald, you've told us that you have, horrific body pain, that you don't shower for days on end. I mean, you've gone without electricity for 9 hours and you curled up in your blanket and now you're back on Clown House. I mean, I'm just curious, how do you take care of yourself? Do you bathe? Do you have transportation? What is your actual situation, Donald?
I use Clorox to clean myself because water feels like lava.
Okay, so if we're really going to take you literally, I would urge everyone in this room to realize that you're dealing with somebody who's, on the mend.
I'm just here for the entertainment.
No, it's all right. You're fine.
I know. I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh,
Unlike, Donald. Yeah.
At the end of the day, Donald, who gives a shit, right?
Don't worry about Donald. He's got a wife. She's beautiful. She takes care of him. She is. They have a lot of relationships at night. Very often.
Why are we listening to a MIDI version of the Boss Dance?
I'm sorry, this is
There you go. Let's get back to this.
Donald, personally, I'm loving this mix-up of like Nintendo 1980s music. While people are, like trying to do their best to convince you that God exists, and you don't want to talk with people, and then you have me making fun of you. And I just gotta say, I love this milieu, and I'm sorry that if I'm being negative or a little pessimistic, but oh no, can we go back to the Nintendo type MIDI? I don't really like your pop or your rock. Sorry, Donald.
It's,
Sorry.
Oh, Donald, what a terrible song, man. That song is annoying.
I love that song. That's like my favorite song in the entire world. Joanna, go ahead.
Are you Irish, Donald?
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, that explains
Hey,
everything.
Joanna.
Who said that?
Not me.
There you go, Sean.
No, it wasn't me.
Oh, sorry, my bad. So,
It was me. It was me.
thank you for coming by. And the people in the audience, thank you. I appreciate you coming by. Thank you for coming to my room. I love you all.
Okay. Well,
And we love you too, Donald.
We need to know about Passover. It's approaching. Is there anything we can do for that, maybe? To bring
Ribono
peace?
Shaloilon. Great question, Joanna.
All hundreds of thousands
Yeah.
of millions of us could go slaughter hundreds of thousands of millions of lambs and then
Yeah.
spread their blood all over our house. That
Okay.
would be amazing.
And this could raise the vibration, and Hashem could bless us all. For real. I showed Donald the other day that Greg Braden did a study on 9/11. The vibrate.
Sorry.
Okay. Now, when everyone prays at the same time, there is an earthly vibration that rises. Thank
That
you.
is
No, we
incorrect.
aren't.
So there have been studies. I'm sorry, Joanna. There have been studies done by religious organizations about prayer, and it always ends up that prayer harms the recovery of people who are